Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 11, Hostiles and Calamities live chat. This is our Wednesday Walker edition, and this is kind of like a halftime report. This is where we get together and we talk about what has happened, what might happen, and what could still happen. So thanks to all of you guys for tuning in. I see some familiar faces that are in the house, so let's get a few shout-outs going. And I want to say what's up. I saw you in there, Moody Girl. Also, Carl Grimes, one of my mods. Ramon, good to see you as well. Outlaw Gamer. Giselle Gonzalez. Loving Softball. Stacks, the Box Breaker Beatboxer. Charlie Mack, what's going on? Damper Grim Reaper as well. I saw Angela G a little bit ago. Alien Tube. So it looks like a few of the regular people are in the house. Pippi's Fishing Channel. And maybe even a couple additional people. So hope you guys are having a good week. And this is midweek. I think this is the right time, and I got Eugene on the screen looking sharp as usual, and we will be discussing Eugene and some things that are going to happen in this week's episode. So once again, if you don't like spoilers, this is probably not the stream for you to be at, because we are going to be talking about a lot of stuff. I see the Shirtless Wonder. What's going on? Cornelius Jones, what's up? What's up? Joshua Fett. All right, so we got a pretty packed house here. You guys know the ground rules, but there's a couple new people, so let's just get this thing done. This is all about your chat. I'll hit a few topics, but definitely going to read your questions. And if you don't want your questions read in the YouTube video, don't type them out, because anything that is in the stream is open territory for us to talk about it and discuss it. Also, if you guys could high-five the like button, that would be awesome. Just kind of hit it like Negan is going to hit Dr. Carson this week, hopefully with the bat. I don't know why I said hopefully with the bat. I guess I don't care for Dr. Carson anyway. I guess he could die. Kill him however you want to kill him. And when the last ground rule here, when the video goes live, is if you guys could get over, check it out, and leave a couple comments as well too. That would be awesome. Especially if I don't get a chance to answer your question. And if you get a wrench, somebody asked, what does the wrench next to your name means? It means that he's a moderator for the channel. So, La China. Yeah, let's push it. Let's push it to 150 million. We can do it. So, the Kick Gaming wants to know, will there be deaths in this episode? There should be one death in this episode, but it's not confirmed it'll happen in this episode. I've heard from multiple sites, it was speculated that Dr. Carson is going to die. So, that may happen. If it doesn't happen for another episode or two, but I think it's going to happen this episode. Because most of this is going to be at the Sanctuary. I think almost all of it is being filmed at the Sanctuary. And what's not filmed there is going to be some Dwight flashbacks. So we'll get into that in 1 second. But don't expect anything with Rick's group and the Heapsters, the Scavengers, or as we're going to keep calling them, probably the Garbage Pail Kids. They just kind of stuck. So I'll get to some of the moderator questions a little bit later. I want to get to some real Walking Dead stuff and get to your questions while we're running the stream. So you guys saw probably a little bit from the pictures that were released this week. And hang on, I'm actually reading a question. That there are going to be some Dwight flashbacks probably. I saw one picture of him sitting down in a chair at a barbershop. So maybe that we'll get to that story and find out what's going to push him over the edge. Pepe's Fishing Channel wants to know, will Dwight leave the Sanctuary? He will, short term and long term. So short term, he's going to ride out on the bike, and he goes to this house that him and Sherry had before the apocalypse. And something's going to set him off. So Dwight's not going for Daryl. Dwight's going to have to swallow his pride and beg for some forgiveness, I think, from Rick's group at some point. So next question. I got people like, go buy the Conrad on Walking Dead Road to Survival. Yeah, I'll get back to the gaming in a little bit. Carson is the one at Sanctuary. I think it's Dr. Emmett Carson is at the Sanctuary, and Harlan Carson is at the Hilltop, if I got my if I got my people straightened out there. Will Negan, Burt Kratman, will Negan find Daryl? Eventually he will. I don't think he's going to find him before the war starts next season. So Giselle Gonzalez, so any new groups that Rick's group will meet? You know, I think they've got it pretty much covered. I think, you know, the Scavengers now, the Hilltop, a few people from Oceanside, and like Rick said, the Kingdom. We all have something in common. The Saviors. So yeah, so he's a couple things have to happen to get everybody on board. I know a lot of people don't trust the Garbage Pail Kids, the Scavengers, though. All right, the DJ1 Kills. How do you feel about Rosita? I feel pretty good about Rosita. Yeah, if Ali Al Daba, if you can stop spamming numbers and stuff in chat, it would be greatly appreciated, because I'm trying to read people's questions that actually have legitimate questions. Thank you, sir. Stacks says, hey, Kills, do you think we'll find out how Negan became the leader and the way he is? You know, I was brainstorming this the other day, and I know a lot of people want to see a Negan backstory. Couldn't you do like a spin-off series and call it just Negan? His rise to power? What happened before they got to this point that you didn't see, like, you know, all the stuff Rick's group's been through. How about all the stuff Negan's been through? I don't know. Maybe next season they might throw something like that together. Yeah, I can. Cornelius Jones wants to say what's up to his son. Was that Tiger? Where'd he go? It streamed it really fast. So Tiger Jones, what's up? Thanks for watching. AKA Monk, Kills to use line. No, I just turn on Kick every once in a while. Wow, all the Rosita haters are coming out. Don't make me defend her again. I've done it the last couple streams. I love The Walking Dead is here. What's up? Good to see you. So the Chronic said, Kills, do you notice they lowered the amount of gore? I don't know they're going to lower the amount of gore. I think there's going to be plenty of gore coming up. We'll see. I mean, when he beats down Carson, Emmett Carson, then we'll see if there's less gore. I think it's too early to say that. You know, they were accused of it, but then the producer said that that's not the case. So, La China, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the love. I will. We'll get back to Rosita in a little bit. We talked about that last couple streams. And keep in mind, the seeds have to be planted to a certain extent. They're controlling our emotions. She is rude. You're right, Charlie. She's very rude, but it's going to set up the bigger picture for later on. So don't change your emotions so quickly. You got to give people the benefit of the doubt for a little bit longer, and then you'll see. That's where they get you. You know, they get you like one little act, two little acts. It's like I had people last week with Father Gabriel. Why'd he steal all their stuff? Why'd he take all their stuff? Well, I mean, they didn't watch all the spoilers and knew that he was made to take all the stuff, so they were ready to hate Father Gabriel. And I've liked him. I hated him. I liked him. So I had to keep liking him. I had to give him just a little bit longer this time around. Boss Sauce. Hey, 999. This is my first time watching you. Did I say 4 nines? I think I did. 999. Yeah. Sorry, I think I went one extra 9 there. Whoa. I mean, yeah, I don't know where that extra 9 came from. Anyway, Boss Sauce, thank you for being here. Hopefully you join us on a regular basis. Lindsay Luke says, we'll find out that Sherry let Daryl out, judging by Dwight's reaction. Yeah. Well, we're going to find out Sherry let Dwight out. I think that I got a feeling, this has not been in any official spoiler yet. I think Dr. Carson probably saw Sherry do it, and then Negan's going to get everybody together, and he's going to say it was an inside job, and because he saw it or witnessed some of it, then he's going to take the fall for her. Half spoiler, half prediction. Like, I know he's going to die, so that part is spoiler, but how he's going to die, I guess is the question. So, wow, I see a lot of new faces in here. I appreciate you guys showing up. So, yeah, if you guys like this, want to become a regular part of our forum, hit the subscribe button and jump in here whenever we do a live stream and hang out and talk to everybody. Yeah, the Lindsay, he will be, he's going to, when they reminisce over you, my God. So he's going to go back in a little bit of dream phase, dream state. And Robert Collins said, what are you talking about, liar? Who's lying there, buddy? Be specific. Robert Collins, LaPointe, express yourself. Oh, he says, I'm out, no spoilers. Huh, okay, well, what'd you think? We were going to serve cookies and watch Mary Poppins? Dude, this is a spoiler channel. Peace out, bro. My gosh. He's like, I'm out. I didn't realize you were going to talk about spoilers. I mean, yeah. Oh, boy. It always happens. There's always one or two. Leo says, Kills, do you think Daryl will keep visiting Carol? No. Daryl's on his way to Hilltop. Stephen Paul, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, a lot of new people here. I was not hating on Mary Poppins. Okay. But that's not what we do here. There are rules. Bert Crapman, will Eric die in the next episode? I'm going to say no. But there is a picture of Eric out there, and it is scaring me. So Eric could definitely take on that traitor role. It'd be very easy to pencil him into that. I would rather Eric get bitten by Sasha. But, yeah. If that doesn't happen, I got a feeling Eric could think he's doing the right thing to help out Aaron and actually get him in more trouble. Let's see. Kills. How long will Morgan last? Morgan is on borrowed time. So I am going to go through a couple of the complete spoilers here. Also, to let you guys know, tomorrow night I will post the video, which will be episode 11 complete spoilers. So some of it will be a little bit redundant. You can check it out anyway. Go through a couple bullet points of what is going to happen, what we know 100% so far. So Eugene is definitely, take the bag off. He's definitely still a little fearful. I do think that the thing they had over Eugene's head is foreshadowing of the way they're going to do with Sasha. So I don't know if you guys caught that. It would be a hidden clue. We are going to get some of Dwight's flashback. Not sure what makes Dwight run through the halls of the sanctuary. But we do know that most of it is going to take place at the sanctuary. Chris, come on, we've talked about this before. You know Sasha's gone. She can't handle that role and do 2 shows. Stephen Paul wants to know, do you think that Carol will die soon because she was meant to die back at the prison? No, I think Carol's already on borrowed time. Morgan's on borrowed time. I don't think they're going to go anytime soon. They've left them on the show for longer, for some bigger purpose. Moon Owl. Kills. Do you blame Rosita for getting Olivia killed and Eugene taken? I don't. Boy, that is a tough one. What do I go with? Do I go with my heart? Do I go with my mind? Okay, getting Eugene taken. Even she wanted the bullet. Yes, I guess so. And getting Olivia killed. Yes, I guess so. So yeah, I blame her for getting both people killed. Doesn't make you a bad person. But yeah, had she not done the things that she did, then in theory they would still be there. But it had to happen. Tommy McCandless, will Polaroid Guy get killed this season? No. Beyond Crazy, do you think the kingdom will fall? Not anytime soon. I do, but not anytime soon. Maria. Hey, Maria, how are you? So, hey, Kills, do you think Aaron will survive the season? P.S. Love the comic book reading today and a lot of sound effects. So, first of all, thank you. If you guys well, let me do my comic book plug in just a little bit. So, I don't think Aaron's going to die. I think Eric is going to die, and Aaron will be there for a little while. With the comic book, I just hit issue number 30. So, just a real quick advertisement. If you guys don't have time to read the comic book, check out the channel. I'll read it for you. You can play YouTube on the way to work, and I'll just do an audio version of it. If you have, and you want to go back and see how shocked I am by some of the things that happened, and go back and check those out as well, too. But thank you for checking it out, Maria. So, Angela says, Angela, who's coming to your house? Daryl? Is he going to be on ride and just kind of stop by the neighborhood? So Devin Lopez, hey Kills, I play Road to Survival, big fan. So thank you. Who's next? Let's see. Jamie Jordan says, I think the kingdom will get bigger. You know, that's an interesting call. I don't know if, I think they peaked. I think they're going to start losing some people. Yeah, they have a pretty big colony already. I mean, we've seen most of it around there. Israel Marion says Negan will kill Dirty Davy because, yeah, his attempt to assault Sasha could happen. I don't think it's going to happen full blown. Like I said, Sasha has been on the TV show a very classy character, and they're going to. I don't think Negan's going to kill Davy. I think she's going to get that kill before they kill her. Richard and Heavy Metal Dude will fight. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to stop calling him Heavy Metal Dude because we kind of coined that phrase. But yeah, they did say his name was Jared. It's like, a dude he's not like a Jared. He's like an Axel Rose or a Lars. You don't give him a name like Jared if you have hair like that. Megan Schreiner says, what do you predict will happen with Oceanside? You want a prediction or you want what I know is going to happen with Oceanside? Okay, I'll tell you what I know is going to happen with Oceanside. And we can add a little speculation to it. We'll spice it up just a little bit. Tara is going to tell them about Oceanside. They're going to roll up on the area. Oceanside is not going to be very receptive to them being found out. There will be an altercation. And they'll either give them some weapons or they'll take their weapons. Don't know 100% what's going to happen, how it's going to play out. And I do think Cindy will join up with them. I think she's going to become a regular person on the show. Bob Berger Kills. When will Carol find out Glenn and Abe are dead? She'll find out when Morgan goes back and tells them after Morgan kills Richard. Well, after Ben gets killed, Morgan will kill Richard, and then Morgan will go tell Carol that they got to do something. Morgan's going to go back into beast mode. They're going to try to make you like Morgan again. For me, we might be too far gone. Rebecca, first time here. Do you think Daryl was saying goodbye to Carol for good? No, I don't. Daryl's rolling up to the hilltop. Next part of the story. He's got to be up there. After Negan kills his current doctor, they're going to have to go up and take the doctor from Hilltop, and Maggie and Carol will be up there. So it's got to happen that way. Yes, Tyler says Daryl almost gets found next episode. True. Jake Deans, why would Morgan kill Richard? Because Richard gets Benjamin killed, and Morgan loses it. You know, Morgan is looking at Benjamin now like he's his son, like Dwayne. I'm just telling you, that's the info I got, is that Morgan kills Richard. It seemed a little far-fetched at me at first, but I guess something has to happen to get Morgan out of that all life is precious stage. So seeing Ben die. I'm going to say there's no guns in Maggie's grave. I know we went back and forth on that multiple times, but they even addressed a little bit of that on Talking Dead. Just he was in a hurry to make it look like Negan. I would be shocked if there's guns in the grave. They have guns in the grave and they don't know. So I guess we could, yeah, let's make a parody out of that. No guns. Shock me. Shock me if it happens. I mean, there was some pages missing out of the inventory, but yeah, the way that all happened, like Olivia would have had to take the pages out and then the bearing would have had to happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So Lamont says, dude, if 999 says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Not always, but you know, the spoilers are never 100%, but they're pretty close. And sometimes you can just add a little bit of speculation or a little bit of common sense to it, and you're good. But every once in a while, they just do something really, really bizarre. Like the spike went through Rick's hand, right, when he was fighting that walker. So now you got one of two things. I mean, he literally, put the spike through his hand. Is that going to get infected? Are they going to cut Rick's hand off? No, they're not. But at the same time, they're going to have us talking about it. But I don't know, you get a hole through your hand like that, it just doesn't heal all the way like you think it does. So they're going to start showing Rick with a hole in his hand, bandaged up. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to go about that. I'm pretty sure the last episode, I mean, I saw blood on the other side, not the bottom of his hand. So Stack says, Kills, how do you think they're going to end the season? Part of it is going to be it'll be a 2-hour finale. And there will be some storming of the sanctuary. I'm almost thinking that Carl and Enid are going to see something because they go up there. Maybe Carl, Enid, and Rosita, have a little bit of reunion up there. They find out about Sasha. So if I had to guess, I would say they're going to go up there and find out that Sasha is held prisoner. I don't know if we're going to see the Sasha death, but I still don't think All Out War is going to happen until they get into Season 8 and about 3 or 4 episodes in there. So Megan says, do you think Sasha and Rosita will die this season? Rosita will not. Sasha, I'm still 50-50 on. I got a feeling she'll be captured and maybe it'll be a mini cliffhanger, like, okay, what's going to go on with Sasha? Or they'll kill her, at the end. So maybe that'll be like the final thing. So there's not a cliffhanger, and everybody's like, okay, Sasha died. And then we get to the visit by the first or second episode of next season. So Rebecca says, am I crazy? Where's Judith been? I think Judith is babysit by committee at this point. It's tough. That's why they can't have too many more babies on the show, because then we're always going to be asking, who's the babysitter? Chris Belenza, will Negan kill his doctor? Yes. That should happen this week. That's right. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, pretty packed house here. So real quick, intermission, what do we got? We're about 24 minutes into this. A lot of new faces here. If you guys could slide your mouse up, hit the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. And keep leaving your comments. And when the video goes live, once the stream is over, after about 20 minutes, the video will be live. You can get over, leave some comments, things I might have asked, didn't. Don't get upset if I don't get to your question. We skip around, so there's no immediate pecking order. It's just who I see and what I happen to read when the screen is up there. So with that being said, Jesse Garcia wants to know, do you believe Dwight is going to turn on Negan sometime this season or next season? This season. I think that'll be in the season finale. What is really interesting is someone is in I saw a picture on, I think it was Spoiling Dead's fan page, But in episode 16, when Dwight supposedly goes back to Alexandria, someone is in a full green suit beside Dwight. So basically what happens with that means only their head is showing because the rest of their body is green screened out. So maybe Dwight has someone's head on a stake. Maybe he found someone's head on a stake. Maybe that's going to be a little bit of the Whisper storyline that's kind of mentioned in there. But I just can't think of why there would be a floating head walking around in a picture. Unless, they were going to kind of pencil the rest of that stuff in. So, Brooke Arnold, who is getting the iron in the trailer? The doctor? I thought the doctor was going to get Lucille, but I don't think the doctor ain't getting the iron. Mike Dunbar, thank you. Appreciate you being here, Mike. What's up, Joey Price? So, Alana wants to know, why was Dwight mad? That is the $1 million spoiler question at this point. He finds something that he finds out something about Sherry, I think, prior to the zombie apocalypse. I don't have that information for you, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's getting the iron this week. Six Side Sports, once again, wants to know about Oceanside. Yes, we will see Oceanside. I think it's episode 14. Yeah, very well could be. So, ETZ Mom says pregnancy. So maybe Dwight finds out and then he takes off. Blow off a little bit of steam. Anime Random. Killshot, do you have a favorite YouTube channel? I do not. I'll check out a video here or there, but I don't have something that I kind of religiously go back and watch. Thanks for the question. Yeah, I mean, could be. I mean, what else could set Dwight off like that? Maybe at that point, he knows that there's no going back to the way it was before. Yeah, something sets him off that he's running through the sanctuary. Rosewood Apocalypse. Dirty Davy can die ASAP. No, they got to make you hate him a little bit more before he dies. I mean, Dwight does not sleep. I mean, he did say that he stays up for days at a time. So Tommy says, I thought only Negan could do a lineup. Last episode, one Savior tells King Ezekiel, Richard is batting first. Maybe he's talking about batting first and Negan's going to come there with him. He has mentioned it twice, though. I think they're going to... See, that's what the thing. I don't know how Benjamin dies. Maybe Negan kills Benjamin. But the next time someone gets Lucille, we'll have full evidence of whether or not they've reduced the gore factor. Yeah, Tyler just asked that question. Wants to know how Ben will die. Well, Richard dies in the comics by the Saviors. So I would think that Benjamin might take Richard's comic book death, and then the Saviors kill Benjamin, and Morgan observes it, or Morgan knows that Richard set him up, so Morgan goes off and kills Richard. Might beat him with Benjamin's stick. And then he would have a new stick. So it's like two birds with one stick, sort of. All right, next question. Good questions, good interactions. Throw a couple more ground rules here. If you guys are new to the chat, basically type your questions, and hopefully we can read them. Root Beer Brad, congratulations on getting your Walking Dead Road to Survival account back. I was going to hashtag glad for Brad earlier. So glad you're back in business. Ryan Moore, what's up? Yeah, everybody's upset with Morgan right now. Daryl, Rick, Richard. Morgan's going to have to step up soon. Georgia Lynn, how's Sasha going to die? We think that she will get the Holly death, which would be interesting because they might actually show it. And I think Holly's comic book death, there's been speculation how Holly died. They don't know if Negan strangled her or if Negan stabbed her. So maybe if Sasha does take what we think is going to be Holly's death, then Kirkman might actually show what his idea or what happened to Holly officially. Hello, Ebony Holmes. How are you? I'm glad you made a live chat. Thank you for being here. Wow, a lot of new faces here tonight. So I'm really glad. A couple announcements. Those of you that are new, and I'll get to a few more of your questions here. So one, we do a lot of live streams. So my gaming subs out there every Sunday morning around 11 a.m. we do just chill with kills, casual conversation about whatever game we're playing. Mostly Walking Dead Road to Survival. Then on Sunday afternoons before The Talking Dead, or before The Walking Dead, sorry, we do a Sunday spoiler, where it's kind of like our pregame, sort of gets hyped up and talk about, the finishing touches, what we found out. And then we all, we do the Walking Dead, Talking Dead thing, and then we do a episode recap after The Talking Dead, usually about 11:30 p.m. So throughout the week, you'll see different theory videos, different speculation videos, spoiler videos. So that's a little bit of kind of the summary of the channel. But the live streams are pretty awesome because that's really my chance to interact with all of you, read your questions, see what you guys are thinking throughout the week. So a little bit of the the insight for some of the new people that are here. And just so you know, and the reason why I say I'm probably going to read your questions in your name is because I think the one we did 2 Sundays ago, 18,000 people watched that. Last week it might be up to 12, 13,000 people. Tonight you'll see anywhere between 100 to 200 people concurrently watching, which means by the time this video goes live that probably over 1,000 people have been in and out, commented on it. So you'll see different faces. So the current is only who happens to be in the room at that time, but it does fluctuate based on whatever else is going on. So when the video does go live, you guys will be a part of a culture or a video that 5, 6, 7, 10,000 people are going to watch this. And this is why I appreciate everything that you guys do, because it's about your comments for these. As mentioned, you can see a few more people kind of popped in. Lost Creeper's like, sorry I'm late. Didn't you get the notification, Creeper? I know you're signed up for it. Next question. Ethan Ferris, do you think the Saviors still have more outposts? Yeah, they could have a couple more. It's an interesting concept. Kills, who do you think will die next? We've discussed it. The Doctor will be the next person to die. Well, thank you. Tommy, that's Tommy McCandless. That's just an awesome comment. Another great stream from my favorite YouTuber, Killshot. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. You're awesome, man. Let's see. Who we got here? Maria's requesting a song. I think we've already thrown a couple lines out from some songs earlier. I don't remember what they were. One was Reminisce. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to something in a little bit. Nikki Weaver, how cool would it be if Shiva was alongside Daryl? I think she will be. I think that developing relationship, if something happens, possibly something could happen to Ezekiel and Daryl could look after Shiva a little bit. I think that would be awesome. Lisa G says, if you don't sing, we will riot. You guys are going to riot anyway. We're rioting every week. Crystal Thomas, what happened to the tainted pigs the kingdom gave the Saviors? I got a strong feeling that something will happen this week. I don't have insight on this or spoiler information. I think it was too big of a detail to go completely unnoticed. I don't think if it was tainted, it's probably not going to kill them, but it'll definitely, because everybody has the the virus in them at this point. But it definitely can make them sick. So I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody eating like a ham sandwich at the sanctuary this week and then they get sick. So yeah, let's keep an eye out for that. I have heard a second lineup from multiple sources. I just don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know it's going to be in the finale, but it could be a lineup with Richard and Benjamin and Morgan in 2 weeks. So if there's a second lineup, I could see that happening, and maybe that's where Benjamin dies, is they get a little bit of exposure for that. But I don't think it's going to be a lineup in the season finale. All right, got you, Cornelius. The West Coast after the show. Yeah, but I can't do like a 3 a.m. broadcast, which would probably be my time by the time you guys are done with all the TV shows. No, Sailin' Blue, I am not going to sing Easy Street again. I caved in and did that for you guys last time. And I couldn't get it out of my mind for like the next couple days. So I will. I do shout outs at the end of every live stream. Lindsay, hey Kills, would you like to see Daryl and Maggie have a moment, just a small moment, where Maggie tells Daryl she doesn't blame him for Glenn's death? Yes. Very well could happen. I think that's a conversation that does need to be had. Daryl's still carrying some of that burden around with him. Kelly Golenziner, maybe. Kills, when will Carol go after Negan for Glenn and Abraham? Hold on. I lost my chat. Where'd you go? I don't think Carol's going to go solo. I think she's going to be wearing some night gear at some point later on the season. Carol's smart enough not to try to get in there by herself. I mean, Carol's a killer. She can take down several people, but she'll be much more dangerous if she's tactical about it. Welcome back, Eric. So, next question. Yeah, we're still talking about the pigs a little bit, how they're going to find out. Or somebody dies. Or the doctor says, hey, you got food poisoning. Did you eat any pigs lately? I guess there's a lot of ways they could kind of go about it. Yeah, I don't have that level of detail yet. All right, so let's throw a couple topics around for this week, and we'll talk about Negan. We got another, let's see, we're about 38 minutes into the stream. So another 7 or 8 minutes. We'll keep this around maybe 45 to 50 minutes unless we really get on a topic that takes us a long way. So we've seen Eugene in the sneak peek this week. You know, they take the bag off, they take the mask off, and he's still frightened. Negan goes over, even shows him the bat or touches him with the bat. But Negan is he's a negotiator. So he knows he's going to have to do some things to get Eugene right. And he'll try to make Eugene believe that he had calls, he was the good guy. Hey, you went to the outpost, you killed all my men, and I was just making a point. Not a bad guy. And he's going to start enticing Eugene. Because we did see the one picture where Eugene is doing something with fire, making sand bubbles. I don't know what he's doing with the fire. But there's Negan's harem, or 3 or 4 of the women that are there kind of watching and laughing and giggling, giving him a little bit of attention. And that's going to go a long way with Eugene. Now, if it'll go long enough to get him to turn on the group, that's one interesting concept. But, maybe Eugene still has that resentment and he's going to be good at hiding it. This week will tell us a lot about his psyche. So, cool. Next question. Hydra start. What will Rosita's reaction be to Sasha's death? More guilt. You know, right now Rosita's sort of, she's deflecting everything and she's doing it with anger. At some point where I think we're going to see that weaker side. It's probably going to be next season, but we'll see it kind of kick in. There you go, Maria. See, that's a great, I said it like Bugs Bunny that time. That's a great question. Kills. If Negan kills the doctor, who will be there for little Herschel and Maggie? No one. Not unless they get the doctor back. By the time Maggie's ready to deliver, though, I think we'll have a little more definition of the doctor and how All Out War is going to go. Good question, David Fisher. A good point. How much nudity would be in the Sanctuary if it was on HBO? Yeah, quite a bit. Be a lot of things going on. Rick Grimes, kill shot. When will the whispers come? End of season 8, beginning of season 9. So, Ethan, what do you think will happen after the whispers? I have no idea. I got to catch up with the comic before then. Shane impersonation. I got to get fired up to do a Shane impersonation. I don't know. Let me get on topic in a little bit and I'll get fired up and then the natural Shane will come out. Weird Walking Dead theories. Hey, Kills. Anyway, Fear the Walking Dead and the Walking Dead crossover. Fear the Walking Dead better do something. I can't imagine the ratings are going to be that good. So if there's not some tie to the storyline, I think there could be some crossover. 1 or 2 people. Matt Marion says, Eugene won't turn against the group mainly because of his gratitude towards Abraham. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know it's going to happen that way, but that's my hope, is that he's kind of keeping that deep-rooted loyalty, and maybe he'll sabotage Negan's group. Suspenseful. Are they going to do a time jump after All Out War? Yeah, and I haven't read up to that in the comics, but what I've heard and what I researched was it like a 2-year time jump, and that's where Michonne disappeared and went out and became a pirate with Pete, and then ultimately sort of made it back. They could do a time jump. I guess the real way to tell the time jump, because most of the characters that are older aren't going to show that much age, would be the kids. Judith growing up a little bit more. Maggie already having baby Herschel. Yeah, I think it's possible. Michael Ross, will they give Carl a mustache after the time jump? Sure. Give him a mustache. Gwendolyn Young, Shiva should eat Simon. So full of himself. Yeah. I want to see Shiva eat somebody. Doesn't matter. Could be Polaroid guy, Davey, Simon, heavy metal dude, Jared. Any of those. Michael Ross, will Morgan go into clear mode? Well, what is clear mode? Is that like, is he going to start killing? Beast mode? He's going to, I mean, he's going to lose it, if that's what you're alluding to. He's going to lose it. He's going. I mean, he has to lose it to kill a person when he thinks all life is precious. I mean, Morgan wouldn't even kill a butterfly. So, whatever mode you want to assign that to, that's what he's going to go into, and then he'll go help Carol out. So Jamie says, do you trust Jadis and the scrappers, survivors, heapsters, all of those things? Yeah, I trust them now, as long as Rick can come through for them. Eric Calburn says, can you do comic book readings more frequently, also longer? No, not longer, because I'm reading like a 20-minute comic book. So, yeah, I don't see that I'm going to do like a hour-long comic book reading, but sometimes I'll try to get a couple more episodes in there. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you meant, Michael, I don't know he's going to be better for it. I think he's going to be a little bit. I think Morgan's going to go a little psycho. Georgia Lynn, do you think Enid is going to be killed off, and how? I don't know. Give me a few more episodes to think about that. I haven't seen enough of Enid to really have a thought of what may happen to her character. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of... Rick was awfully forgiving. He's like, here, let me just shove you down here so you can get attacked by a Spike Walker. Creeper says, Kills, where do you think the family's going to find guns for the Garbage Pail Kids? It's going to be Oceanside. Oceanside has a ton of weapons in that little shed back there. Yep. Very true, Walking Dead theories. It could. I don't... be careful what spoiler information that you get from episode 16. It's very, very credible up to 15, but there's still a lot of unanswered questions on 16. Because I've heard multiple spoiler sites contradict each other. I've heard Sasha's going to die. I've heard Sasha won't die. That Sasha will die and then Negan will take her over. They're not that far advanced, so I don't think Negan's going to drop Sasha off. And I've heard they're going to bite somebody in episode 16. I've heard there's going to be a second lineup in 16. So there's a lot of conflicting information out there. I will tell you, most of the spoiler information up to 15 is pretty reliable, but just be very careful about the last episode right now. It'll become a little bit more obvious in a couple weeks. But just tread lightly with some of that. So let's get a few more questions in here, and then we will start to wind this down. So what's up, Teresa Brown? There's also a ton of guns on the bridge where Tara and Heath were separated. Well, there were a ton of shells. I did not see guns on the bridge. Looked like there was a battle going on over there. So Stack says, hey, Kills, off topic, but when The Walking Dead is over, will you do a Fear the Walking Dead stream? Maybe. It depends. It depends on what if we can get enough of a crowd, if people are interested. If it's going to be like 20 of us, probably not. If there's a few hundred people that are interested in it, absolutely. We'll throw something together. I mean, I watch it. I just don't love it yet. They need to do something to make me like it a little bit more. Megan says, where do you think Heath is? Nobody knows where Heath is at this point. Kelly Benton, is Heath alive? Yes, Heath is alive. We broke his glasses. I mean, whoever took him, they didn't kill him. They didn't leave him there. They did smash his glasses. So yes, I think Heath is alive. I don't know who has him at this point. I do think he'll be back on the show middle to end of next season. Rick Grimes, do you think Fear the Walking Dead are the Whisperers? No, I don't. So that's a hell of a walk from Mexico to Virginia. 3,000 miles. They might be the commuters or something, but they ain't the Whisperers. Georgia Lynn, I want them to build up Aaron's character. They could, but it'll be after something happens to Eric. Heath could be with the Whispers. I'll give you that. So what do you think of the season so far? I like the season. I think they did what they could. You know, they've split the people up. It's still hard when, you know, like this week, you know, it's going to be almost all Sanctuary. You want it to sort of have a little bit of everybody, but they keep going back and forth because it's just they're finding out that this local society is so big. You know, had all these people around them the whole time, and they just didn't find out. So Cameron says, do you think they will use Winston-like walkers to fight the Saviors? They should. It would be awesome. Because that's a lot of work to kill one walker. You had about 50 of them. That'd be a nice front gate. You're not getting through that. So DDA Ohio, why do you always read the same people's questions? Because the same people probably type about 10 more questions than the other people, so I kind of read them when I see them. And when Cornelius types a question, it has like flags and NASCAR and trucks and everything else. But do you think any of Negan's people will come to Rick's team before the war? Yes. Well, Dwight will. Dwight could bring a couple people with him. I mean, take a little bit of work. So, Robbie Hens, how much longer do you think the show will continue on? I think you got 3 or 4 more good seasons. King Noisy, will Shiva survive in the show? Well, maybe Ezekiel dies and Daryl can kind of tame Shiva for a little while. It's a good question. I don't know whose question I read a little bit ago, but the dude was like, why do you read the same people's questions? I think I've read 100 different people's comments, so not sure. You can go back and listen to playback if you want. Larma, what's going on, Larma? Kills, would you consider making... It depends. I mean, it depends on what the topic is and what people want to discuss. But I'm always open to doing live streams. It's just I'm comfortable doing them here. How will the Garbage Pail Kids die? What makes you think they're going to die? I mean, they've been living in that junk pile for a long time. I don't think they're going to die. I think they're too crafty. But they're kind of like mercenaries. I just don't think like all these societies are going to become extinct. I don't think the kingdom, the kingdom could get a new leader. Maybe Jerry. Jerry could take over the kingdom. Maybe Carol could take over the kingdom after Ezekiel dies. There's options. Suspenseful. Will you do any Walking Dead giveaways in the future? Absolutely. We may do something this Sunday. If I can throw some trivia together. It's been a busy week for me, though. But I'm going to be doing the box opening, the mega box, T-shirt, comic book. I'm starting my comic book collection. Now that I've started reading them online, I'm going to actually go for the hard copies. Larma, Judith ain't going to die. Judith is safe. But Atomic wants to know, can we trust the Garbage Pail Group to keep their promise? Sure, I think so. So DDA Ohio, why do the Garbage Pail Kids talk so weird? They are, well, I mean, according to the actress on Talking Dead, it's minimalism. They try to just do as little as possible. They communicate as little as possible. Everything they do is just about conserving words, energy, everything. Lisa, that's a good question. Like, why are they called the Garbage Pail Kids? I mean, it's just a name somebody gave them that stuck. It's kind of like when I call that dude the heavy metal guy. I think a lot of people are calling him the heavy metal guy now. It's what he looked like. So if you go to another channel and you hear, hey, the heavy metal guy's fighting Richard, then you'll know where it came from. It's our claim to fame. We should coin that phrase for him. What does Dwight go through in this episode? Oh, that's from Hunter Miller. I don't know what's going to trigger him. You know, we've talked about this a little bit, like maybe he finds out Sherry's pregnant, maybe he gets blamed for something. Lisa, you have a fan. Lamont G is actually here to pick up thumbnails. Good job, Lamont G. That's exactly what we want to do here in the Walking Dead stream. Maybe Dwight feels like he didn't do his job. Maybe feels like Negan's going to punish him because, he's one of Negan's lieutenants and Daryl escaped. A lot of things could push him over the edge. Michael Ross. Can Rick be trusted to keep his end of the deal? I think he can. He was already trying to negotiate. I don't think he would have went through that much effort just to cut a deal if he wasn't going to honor it. Best Beast loves the 999 channel. So, all right. I'm not reading everything that's coming up, but still. The Chasers. How do you feel about that one guy did that one thing? And thank you for your question that was absolutely pointless. How do you feel about that one guy that just got blocked from that one stream because he wrote a question that wasted everybody's time? That's how I feel about it. Tyler Johnson, Kills, do you trust Jadis? I do. For now. I don't have a reason not to. So Joey Price wants to know, Kills, what's going on. If you guys know, we have several channels, and a lot of you guys subscribe to both. So 999 Spoiler Channels is going to be, it's more of an event type of thing when we do add-ons to videos, give away some of those things. So it's still developing. Kelly Benton, hey Kills, you tried to be a walker on the show yet? No, I'm gonna bypass that. And hey, we're at an hour, guys, so let's do this. I'm going to get 2 more questions, and then we're going to do some shout-outs, and we will wrap this up for our Wednesday Walker edition. So while I'm waiting for the last 2 questions to be posted, once again, if you guys are here and if you had a good time, slap the like button. I would appreciate that. The other thing is once the video goes live, you guys can get over there, leave some comments, watch it, read a little bit of the playback, see whose questions got acknowledged, whose didn't, and leave something in the comments that we'll try to answer as well. And let's go with, let's see, is that Chal Braga? I say, do you think Eugene will get the iron? No, I don't. Eugene is safe. And Sean Brown says, I love how much this channel has grown. Well, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. It's grown because of all of you. I appreciate all of you guys showing up, the interaction, the conversations, and we just keep the ball rolling. And the last question is going to be from James Plays. Do you think Rick will lose his hand from the injury? Wow, you can tell it's been a long stream. From Winslow. No, I don't. But I think it's going to be one of those things that gets glossed over. Right now, it's for us to speculate. Like, will his hand be infected? Is there a hole in his hand? But I think he's just going to bandage it up, and then by next season, it's going to be perfectly well, even though it probably would not be. And because I answered that before, I'll hit one more question here, because there's a lot of people still streaming questions. And let's see. A couple more, guys. Give me some options here. And then we're going to go Shout Out City here real soon. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate you being here. Have a good night. Sing the Dishes Stitches song. I wrote that in like 10 minutes, so I don't know. I'll have to go back and look up the lyrics for it. Okay, let's do the shout-outs. I think we covered most of the questions. Here you go. Steven Universe, is Negan ever going to get captured? Yes, there's a jail cell that is already built for him, so it's ready to go. So thank you, Kelly G. Appreciate you being here. That's the way I'm going to say it because I'll always mess up your last name. Lindsay Luke, thank you as well. Cameron Van Sickle, Lost Creeper, appreciate you being here. Steven Universe, Theory Unraveler, Weird Walking Dead Theories, wants to bring Kenny back. I would like to see it. We're bringing Kenny back. Kenny should never have died in that video game. I miss Kenny. Atomic. Who else we got? Teresa Brown, Larma Carter, Ethan Ferris, Raymond. What's up, Raymond? Brawl Lover. Phoenix. What's up, Phoenix Rider? Wow. It's streaming fast. So many people here. Erica Calburn, thank you. Jamie Jordan. Double J, appreciate you being here. King Noisy gets a shout out. Obviously, Lisa G, thank you for being here. Rebecca, her first stream, so appreciate you being here. Nikki Weaver, what's up, Nikki? Best Beast, Matt Marion, James Plays, James Blick, Lamont, G58, the Thumbnail Stalker. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man, but I will remember you forever. Root Beer Brad, glad for Brad, hashtag Atomic, and DDA Ohio, what's going on, man? Appreciate you being here and appreciate the questions and the comments. Chance Avera. HRH Remington. Thank you for being here. Joshua Fett. Also, Michelle M. Diane Estes. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. So thank you so much. We will be doing Walker Wednesdays every Wednesday night. Also 2 spoiler shows on Sunday. And if I did not give you a shout out or if I didn't acknowledge you, it's just because the screen was moving so fast and the love is still there. ETZ Mom, thank you as well. Moody Girl, also Stacks, the Box Breaker Beatboxer. Appreciate you being here. Kelly G, I love that. You're my new favorite Wednesday night show. Hey, it's me or the Green Arrow, right? So thank you guys for choosing me. Stephen Henry, appreciate it as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Salem Blue, and we're going to end this thing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace, everybody.